Hello guys, welcome to another JSON video tutorial. And this video I'm going to show you how you can communicate to a PHP file via JavaScript and how to return a JSON value from the PHP file using the JSON encode here. Okay, JSON encode is a built-in function very useful in PHP, where you can code an associative array, okay, and transform it into JSON, and then we can call that JSON and extract whatever values we want from that array. Okay, so it's this is very useful when you have a lot of error messages or whatever messages you have or whatever values you have, and you want to output them into your web page whenever you want to. Okay, so you create an associative array, and then you encode that array, those values, into JSON, and then we can decode that JSON file into a JavaScript string or JavaScript object to output to the web page. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. So before we create our PHP file that we will do, I need you guys to download the jQuery.js file, okay, because we will use a little bit of jQuery in this video tutorial. If you don't know how to download that file or how to implement it into your web page, you can go to my jQuery video tutorials, and in the first or the two first video tutorials I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so go there and do that, please, and you will just have to download the file and then load the file into as the source into your web page. Okay, so it will be loaded automatically, and then you can use some jQuery code here. Okay, and here in your body, just leave an input type button with value go, and on click call the function go. So let's create the function go, and in here let's create the first jQuery code, which is the get function. Okay, and if you don't know what this does, well, I can tell you. It simply gets whatever value it is returned from the PHP file that we want. So in this, between these two single quotes, we type the file that we will create. So we don't have any PHP file. Let's just call it, let's say, testing or test.php, test.json.php. Okay, and then comma, and in here type function and parentheses, inside parentheses data, and then type curly braces. Okay, and put the curly braces, closing curly braces down here, create a little bit of space here, because here we will create some more code in here. Okay, so basically what this means is when we click function go, we will get or we will make a request to test json.php through the get method, via get method, and then we create another function with no name, but with a parameter return data, or data that is returned from PHP file, from this one here. Basically, data means whatever it comes from the PHP file. Okay, either a string or an integer or whatever, and then we can use that parameter to do whatever we want with it. So the first thing I want to do is, let's type here document write, and here we type data. and save this as json.html. Another thing I want you guys to do for this to work is to run your XAMPP control panel. Okay, your XAMPP control panel and run Apache and MySQL. We don't need MySQL for now. We'll not use any database now. Just run the Apache virtual server. Okay, if you guys don't have the XAMPP, just download it. Okay, and run it. So you have to save these files, json.html and this one here, which we'll create. I'm going to create that again into your htdocs directory. So I'm in htdocs directory, and I'm going to call this the test json.php. Test json.php, as we said in here. Okay, and now I'm going to type a variable x, or sorry, variable msg for message, and array. I'm going to create an associative array. Okay, and this is going to be name. Wait a minute. I think it was, yeah. Okay, name, and in here, just type Victor. Sorry, not name. It's date, and you can put 23rd of May 2010, whatever, and a comma, and now down here some more stuff. Let's type text, and here, as you see, this is pretty similar to JSON syntax, but is, as I told you in the last video, associative array. This is an associative array in PHP, which is pretty similar to JSON. That's why it's so easy to encode JSON or PHP associative arrays into JSON syntax or object. Okay, so text is going to be hi there, Victor. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now the only thing we have to do in here is to type another variable, which is going to be x. It's going to be equal to JSON and code, and between the parentheses the name of the variable that holds the array, the associative array, okay, which is message. And this will encode automatically the associative array into JSON object, and now we have to echo x. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's save it, and let's go here, document write data. Let's see what that returns. So I'm going to open this in Chrome, and here of course you have to type localhost, and the name of the file is json.html. So json.html, and click go, and the return is, as you can see, is the associative array, but is already encoded in a JSON object. As you can see, this is JSON syntax. Okay, now what we can do is, as we did in the last video, is to use the eval function to transform, where is it? Here it is. Transform this into a JavaScript object, and then we can do with it whatever we want, or choose whatever we want from it. Okay, so to do that, the first thing we have to do is, of course, create a variable. It's going to be m equals to eval, And now pay attention to this syntax here, which is going to be the name of the name of the MSG. So let's type here MSG equals to plus data. Okay, and basically this syntax transforms where is it? I'm always searching for it. Transforms the all this code, JSON code, into a JavaScript string. Okay, so or JavaScript object. Okay, so to do now an output, we just have to type document write and msg dot m dot and date. Okay, date, and then we can also do the same thing for text. So let's type plus line break here, and then we can output m dot text. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It should perfectly work now. It's a very simple code, very, very useful. Okay, so let's run this in Chrome again, but there it is. Oops, sorry. We have to run this in the local host, so refresh this, return back. Holy crap, this is not good today. So localhost json.html, and when I click it, there it is. The date, we've grabbed the date and the text, okay, in the associative array of PHP here. Okay, so in this case, this is not very, very useful, and it's not very logic, because we don't need to do an associative array just for two lines or two strings here. But if we had 50 or 100 types of different strings that we want to return back to your to echo out or return back to your web page or user, we can use an associative array and encode it, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to control the outputs with your jQuery or your JavaScript code, okay, using the eval, okay, and transform the JSON object to a JavaScript object and then output it. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. We will use more JSON in my jQuery video tutorials if you want to go there and see it. Okay, so that's it. See you guys later, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.